So the official time is 6:10. We're starting the meeting at 6:10. Welcome commissioners and CBA staff to the first quarter CBA Commissioner Open Meeting. Here's the agenda. It's good to see everybody for the first time. Well, let's see, yeah. Clarence, since the first of the year. So we do the roll call and we'll start with the commissioners. Clarence
Glover.
Okay, and then Vita. Vita, can you confirm, say your name?
She's on mute.
Ah.
I'm sorry. Did someone? I'm actually
just
multitask. What was the?
You're just doing roll call. Just say your first.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Great. And then myself, I'm on the call. Jennifer Atkins, interim executive director. We have Charles Edwards, IT, with the Chatham Business Association. We have Richard Willis, the finance manager, Chatham Business Association. We have Clifford Bonner, SSA field manager on the call. And we have Rachel Hawkins. She's new to the CBA team. She is the SSA manager and she'll be joining in, figuring out how this is done. And then this would be something that she will be heading up in the future. For the next quarter, she'll likely be the one doing this, is the plan. Yeah, so let's get it started. Okay, let's get it going. Here's our agenda. So you can bring up the minutes from our last meeting. We can take a look at this. And then if anybody has any questions or anything, can bring those to the floor. And if not, we can motion to accept them. Everybody can just, if they can read that, they can read what is there. Give it a minute. Okay, is everybody good? Does that look right for everybody?
Yes, it looks good.
Okay, I just need someone to motion to accept these minutes, and then I need someone to second it.
I move that the minutes from December the 14th, 2022 be accepted as read.
I second it.
Okay. As it is said, as it will be done, these will be uploaded to SharePoint within 48 hours. So Vita, you will be getting a copy for signature within 24 hours. Okay. Great. Let's move right along to the agenda. I can put that agenda back on there. Okay. So you can actually bring that back up because the second portion is the service report, and I'll just kind of do a quick drill down of what happened up into through the month of December. That will cover the local buy and the decorations, which we had a lot of fun, but then we had a lot of little snafus too, right? So we've got some plans for this holiday season that will mitigate some of the problems that we had. I will just kind of point out some things and also bring up some stuff that we were doing. So some of the things I want to bring up is the holiday decor, and that if anybody wanted to chime in, this is our opportunity. I know Vita, she experienced it firsthand because her gate had live garland and then somebody destroyed it. I don't know if they stole it or if they just destroyed it. But that is something that we are gonna try not to have this season. We're gonna do decorations, but we're gonna do them differently. Another thing is the relationship with the Art Institute. So Charles, can you bring up the Art Institute, the holiday campaign that we were engaged in with them? Just to kind of remind everybody, basically we're doing sort of the summary. This is the summary report to show you guys what we did. So you may have seen this throughout. A few of the stores had this in their windows. Brown Sugar Bakery, a few of the people had this. And again, if any of the commissioners want any type of posters, just let me know. I don't have the latest art campaign, but as soon as I get it, I'll share that. And if you want to have the posters, just let me know. And then these here,
Go back to
are,
show the posters. I'm sorry, this is Vita. Can you go back and show the posters again?
yeah. So that was the holiday poster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was a holiday poster. And then the next slide shows the pole banners. These were on Cottage Grove. Yeah. And and this is basically, we have nothing to do with the art that's chosen. This is the actual campaign that's happening in the Art Institute Museum as it is. So if you guys also want tickets, we also get free. This partnership allows us to get up to 30 free tickets. Well, just let me know if you ever wanted to go. Those are free for us, and those tickets you can use those on any days, not just the free days. Okay. So we have that. Let's go back to the agenda. I want to just cover, I'm trying to think of anything else that I'm sorry, not the agenda, the service report from the service report that we just came out of. So the December service report, just want to gleam it one more time just to make sure before we go into the new stuff that we've got any issues that happened in the latter part of December covered. I think we have everything covered. Yeah, we got everything covered. Okay. So so let's go into the new stuff. Let's bring up the agenda. Now that we've got the minutes accepted, we all agree and know what has happened. Now let's see what is about to happen. Okay. We have some trainings coming up. Well, actually, no, we're gonna follow the local buy report. The local buy report, we serviced 80 storefronts with the coupons and wreaths. Many of the stores and the storefronts that we thought were open were actually closed. So of the whole SSA, we've got more vacancy due to the pandemic and just issues of just people not being able to keep up with the business and the issues of not having workers. So they're closing on days they're normally not closed and stuff like that. So we want to do better the with the whole local buy process this time around. And we've got some ideas that I want to do. I want you to, Charles, bring up the item that says local buy gift cards. This is an idea that I want to shoot past the commissioners so that we can do a better job in offering a local buy. And then you can go to the next slide. This is not something we're doing. This is something I want to propose to you once I get more information. Once we get more information, we'll know better if this is even going to work. But instead of having a coupon, this opportunity will allow every business in the SSA to be able to issue gift cards, a $5 gift card with, Majestic Florists and Taylor Wright Cleaners. Like, you will have your actual card that you will then be able to give to the customer. Instead of a coupon, it'll be a stored value card. And this will allow the SSA service provider, the CBA team, to manage the money that goes out and who spent it and how it was spent and when it was spent. Because that's always the legalese and the legal issue of how do we administer it. So this would be an easy way for us to administer it and an easy way for you, the people within the SSA, to actually use it and have value for everybody. So this is something that I'm hoping that we could implement for 2023 holiday local buy. But I'll keep you posted on how this is all gonna shake out. Hopefully it's something we can do when we roll this out in November. Okay, let's go back to the agenda. Okay. Now, staying on this topic, the decor. The decor is something that I realize is very difficult because, it's all stemming to the budget and we need to stay within the budget. So we have some ideas for 2023 decor. We have to figure it out. And one of the things we were thinking about doing is using bows, tying the bows with elastic and then pushing the bow up on the pole as high as it can go, like, past 8 feet, so that it won't be stolen or damaged. We feel like that could be an option so that the whole corridor is decorated and we won't have people deciding, well, I don't want this. I don't want, like, don't put that on my door. So the whole corridor will be decorated because it will be on a pole. Now that will require us to get a permit to adorn a pole, but that will still give us the ability to have a festive spirit in the corridor during holiday season. So if anybody has any ideas or concepts that they want to throw out there, you could do that. You can email me and email anyone on here on the team. And we just want to make sure that we're doing something and versus nothing. So Vita, Charles, what do you think?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What I think, do I have any ideas right now in this moment?
Or thoughts. Of course, at any time, you can always email me or call me, or bring them up again at the next quarterly meeting. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to do that.
Oh, no problem. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So the next item is the corridor report, and that would be Cliff.
Well, good evening, everyone. How we doing?
Doing good. Hey, Cliff.
Hey, good. Let's start with this one. We are looking to put about 7 more guys on the SSA cleaning crew team. We actually have 3 now. We want to cover not just 7 days a week, but we want to cover the lots too. Because the lots are part of the SSA, unless they privately owned, but if they city owned or the land bank has them, we have an obligation to clean them. They did some construction on 75th Street from Indiana all the way to Cottage Grove. The city did, and I'm pretty sure this was a 3 or 4 year plan or planning to get it done, and they didn't notify the SSA.
Exactly.
So some
yeah.
of our trash receptacles kept coming up missing when this concrete was put down in certain areas, like they did it on 79th Street, and they took the trash receptacles off there. They didn't put them back, and the construction company nor the city have any ideas what they went to. So we gonna get with the alderman soon. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take Jennifer and I know SSA manager to the alderman's office, because we do service to aldermen, to ask them ahead of time when they gonna start doing any work in the SSA, so we can as a provider, and we can give a heads up it's coming.
Right to
We
the
had
right
no idea
businesses, right?
to the businesses. We have no idea that they was there until we went down there to clean, and they literally had dust and debris on people's cars, on their windows.
Oh my God! Yep, I remember.
It was just a mess. Sending the guys down there to clean, but they did it though, so we couldn't just blow like we wanted to, because it was during fall season and the leaves are falling, so we'll blow the leaves in a pile. Well, you start blowing on one sidewalk and you would literally cover the entire block. So hopefully we will get that taken care of. I'm piggybacking what Jennifer said. We had 389 polls in the SSA, and we kind of brainstorm on how to satisfy everyone with the Christmas decorations. Everybody don't believe in Christmas.
Right.
Vita, Mr. Glover, I do thank you for allowing the SSA team to come in your stores and actually hang those wreaths, whatever you all want to hang. I think, Vita, if I'm not mistaken, you still have yours. Keep it. We're not going to ask for it back again. That's all yours. Mr. Glover, we can get that back to you anytime you want to. But I appreciate the 10 stores that allowed us to come in and put that up, because it's a problem when we put it on the poles and they reachable. They get stolen. Some odd reason these guys can, like the Garland, they not just got Vita, they got Help at Homes, they got AR Leaks several times, which I'm assuming they was come out of Federal and they was mad. But why rip down the Garland never did nothing to them. But it's just some odd reason our people in this community don't want to accept nice things at all. They don't even want to put trash in the cans. Me and Jennifer talked earlier this morning about the bags, how many we collected, how many a month, about what it weighs. We collect a lot of bags of garbage in a month that I don't think people realize that we do. It is actually ridiculous, the amount of garbage that we pick up on a daily basis. So I want to cover the SSA within 7 days. Instead of Monday through Friday, I want to do Monday through Sunday like we used to. And me and Rich was in cahoots with this years ago. We broke it down to what we call a Monday through Friday group, and we had what we call a weekend group. That was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that covers the entire week that we are actually cleaning. Because sometimes we clean on Friday and we come back Monday, or come back Saturday morning because it rained the day before. It don't look like we even touched the place. So that's our goal, building our SSA team back up and getting out there and hitting it hard. So any questions? Because that's my report. Oh, I'm sorry. Charles, do you have that gadget that I gave you? Mr.
I
Elwood?
gave that to Lorinda to give back to you.
Ouch. I want you to play that so they can have an idea of what we're doing. Well, I talked to Loretta too. I'm surprised she didn't tell me she got it. So we took pictures. We take pictures all the time on the snow removal. As you know, we had a mild snow, but the good part about it, we had snowfall that we had to clear, especially the walkways. So we did the snow, we did the leaves, we did the cleaning of the streets. The alderman called, we went back and cleaned the streets again. The alderman called, we went back and cleaned the streets again. But it's just ongoing. You know, some people might look at it as being job security, but the sad part about it is that we don't want to beautify or allow it to be beautified unless we just move on out the community. So, any questions? Because that is my report. All right.
Okay,
Jennifer.
I think y'all do a fine job of trying to keep everything clean, because I see them out there really cleaning up real good.
Thanks, Mr. Glover. Appreciate that.
No.
I stay on one up, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of new sidewalks. I guess it's gonna look good, but yeah, that definitely created more of a burden and a stress on the cleaning teams. So
But Jennifer, on the new sidewalks, you know what the good thing about those new sidewalks? They even them out. They are so flat and even, because on Carter's Grove on 83rd Street, the sidewalks are just uneven. And we had an incident with the Bobcat that we had to, get it fixed because the snow covered. And I forgot that was that hump. And I kind of hit the Bobcat. So on 75th Street, they are flat and even.
Money like it ain't nothing. That's a $5 ball to it.
mhm.
You put that phone
You're right.
on mute.
Yeah,
So there it is right there.
there you go. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, awesome. So now moving right along, make sure we wanted to go into the new business, because there is a lot of new stuff. But before I go into new business, I wanted to talk about the sort of the SSA administration activity that's going on. So we did have an auditor's training in February. And then there is a training, a Zoom meeting for the CBA team happening March 29th, and that's in the morning, 9 to 10:30. So we'll be joining that. And that's like an overall training, right? Kind of basic, but a little refresher. And then there's an in-person meeting April 27th that everyone is invited to. It's at 400 South State. So as a commissioner, as anybody on an SSA team in any form can come to this in-person gathering. And if you want more information, I could give that if you don't already have it. Okay.
Jennifer, can I ask a question?
Sure.
What time is this event on the 27th of April?
That is in the daytime. Very good question, Clef.
Yeah, that's a
Let me
very
find out.
that's a very bad time for us, because that's our mix and mingle day, and you need to be free of everything.
It's
that you're doing.
actually in the morning. It's 7 to 10 a.m.
Whew.
seven in the
okay.
morning.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's-
7 in the
that
morning
is-
to 10 in the morning.
Yeah,
That's
no,
at the library,
It's at
correct?
the Harold Washington
Yeah.
Library.
okay,
Okay,
yeah.
right.
Okay. So yes, we are having a mix and mingle.
Where's the mix and mingle going to be this?
Richard Willis, can you share the information?
Want to be where building was it Franklin, Madison? Where it is, Cliff?
It's 1 North Franklin.
One more Franklin.
One North
Franklin.
Franklin. That's Madison, and Franklin.
Right.
And it'll be from 6 to 9 PM,
And what date is that on?
the 27th, April,
Oh, 27th of April.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got some time there.
Okay.
Hmm.
They will be sending out a notice on that.
Yes, we will.
Okay.
It is being worked on as we speak.
Okay. Now, what the parking down there? How's the parking down there? Is there?
Well,
Because I know
I
it's
know in
pretty
the
congested.
past, we were doing, we were issuing some parking pass, discounted price, park
Okay.
at a certain garage. I'll get all the specifics together and make you aware, Mr. Glover.
Okay. All right.
I'll come by
Okay.
and let you know.
All right.
Yeah, it's be a chance for everybody to meet other SSA team members around the city, and should be good. Yeah. Okay. Now let's go into some new stuff. Okay.
Excuse me,
ahead.
Jennifer.
Go ahead.
You know the SSA commissioners got to file their form before May 1st.
Oh, yeah, shoot. This is one thing. Thank you, Clarence. Absolutely. There is another document, and I sent that to you, Charles. It's the 2023 calendar. And commissioners, if you don't have this, I'll make sure you get it. But Charles, can you bring up the 2023 calendar? And this is giving us our benchmarks and milestones. Yeah. So I would say what I will do is I will make sure that everybody on this call has the link for March 29th, because we'll be going over all of this on that day.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't think there's any drastic changes, but you never know. There could be little tweaks here and there. So we'll be looking closely at the absolutely necessary things that we want to do. We want to just do what we got to do and get it done. That's it. We don't want any problems. So yeah, March 29th is when they'll be drilling down on this. And then April 27th is the in-person. Yeah, but thanks, Clarence. That's important. Yeah. Stuff like that.
Yeah, because we get fined if we don't.
Well, yeah, this is
Yeah.
illegal. This is all legal. Yeah. Moving right along, we're going to cover new business now, and that's going to follow the agenda. There's some new stuff we wanted to run by you that we're going to be doing. I will start with the International Downtown Association. They put it out there to the SSAs, who wants to have a tour of this group who's having their national convention in Chicago this year. And I completed this whole document, and voila, we're going to have a tour. So, but this does not come without a lot of planning and work, which is not till October, but we're going to be bringing people from around the world to Chatham, and we're trying to figure out how do we make this a meaningful endeavor for everybody, right? We want them to feel like they're in a place that's special, and then we want to give our businesses an opportunity to participate in some way. So that's what we're doing, but we'll definitely have balloons and lighting and welcome. We'll have a welcome packet that will have all of our SSA businesses for sure listed, but this won't be just SSA. This will be Chatham, but we of course will be highlighting for sure our SSA businesses and our SSA corridors. And that's where the stops will be in terms of just what they're going to be being highlighted on. 75th, Cottage, all of that. So yeah, and there's also going to be Choose Chicago. We're going to be teaming up with them, and we're going to be bringing more programs for the SSA around lighting and then around public gatherings. I know a lot of people don't want the public gatherings because of the crime and the gatherings of the young people, but that was something that people said they wanted. So they're gonna just be exploring that. We'll see how what shakes out. Another thing that was brought up was how can we get a store, like when you go to New York and then you can buy like a Chicago, like you can buy like a New York t-shirt, New York trinkets and all this stuff. We feel like Chatham will be a good place if it's going to be a destination to have more of that stuff available. And that's something that we're going to, as an SSA, we're going to be promoting to bring more feet to the sidewalks within the SSA corridors. So that's one thing. Going now into bringing people in, we want to do more facade improvements this year. We want to make that an active engagement, make sure people are aware of that and using that. And one of the things and ways we're going to get that to happen is we're putting together a finance guide. And we're going to have, even though the facade is 5,000, there's going to be other ways for the businesses to augment the 5,000. So Charles, can you bring up the finance guide slide presentation? And this will show the commissioners and the other team members who we are engaging, because, you know, the world of access to capital is not just a bank. It's and it's not just hinged on your credit score. It's really dependent on a lot of different things. So our we call them the finance dream team. Now, you know, Carl Riley, Fifth Third, he sits on the board, so he's really, really helpful. But you can do the next slide now. So we have Carl Riley, we have Alani Harris at Greenwood Archer Capital. This is not a bank. So if you need a micro loan all the way up to 5 million, they're funding businesses so that they can have either capital improvements or inventory. So we want our SSAs to know that if they want to grow or scale, there are some ways to do this in a safe way, not getting it over your head, but you know, so we're putting together a finance table and the questions will be laid out, and then you decide how small, middle, or large you want to go if you are looking to scale in the near future. So we can go to the next one, the C3 fund, if you're into real estate. The C3 fund is the most intriguing because they don't look at credit, they only look at the deal. And they've got some pretty good terms if you're into real estate. Let's go to the next one. BMO Harris, they have a wonderful credit line. All you need is 650's credit. You're looking to have a credit line, not a credit card, a credit line. The credit line is open for 10 years. Credit card, you know, it's not as stable as the credit line for business. So they've got some nice products. Go to the next one. IFF. Now, they deal a lot with not-for-profits, my understanding, but they also deal with for-profit, I believe. But what I'm doing is I'm sort of dissecting what all these entities do so that the average person can just figure out which one's best for them, right? Okay, next one. This is the last one. Last one. Is there another one? Okay, I thought there was another one. Okay, I there's one more. And they are also, they have something, it's called access to community businesses. It's a not-for-profit, but they do for-profit lending to small businesses. And what makes them unique is they have a credit builder loan for $2,500. They're just giving it to you. Even if your credit is challenged, it's a credit builder loan. So there she is. I'll ask for community business. Okay, there she is. So we're going to put together a table, and we want to make sure that we're doing this right. So the next time we meet, because this is not going to be ready till like maybe mid-April. So the next time the commissioners meet, you're going to see this, and we want to make one that is specifically tailored to SSA businesses. And we feel like the commissioners are the best to sort of look at this and say, take that out, put this in. What about this? We want to be intentional. I just don't want to throw something out there without the commissioning team looking at it. So we'll have that ready in a month or so. And again, it'll be a guide. It'll be a guide. Okay. Another thing we're doing in the way of the new stuff coming up is Chicago State will be looking at the CBA and doing work in the SSA to figure out how can we build a database that can say, you know, who has a license, what business is in this building, who owns this building, to kind of figure out what's really happening in the SSA. We don't want to do all of Chatham. We just want to focus on the SSA. And they're going to help us build some databases and create some data to analyze. And so we're meeting with them on Monday, and we're going to do a tour of the SSA. And then they're going to put together a plan, and basically it's free labor. So we're all for that, right? So
Yeah.
we're going to figure out how can they help the SSAs. Now, of course, you know, One Summer Chicago, they also have their program starting, but my thinking is this, is if we could do an internship like this, and we know that the SSA businesses are always challenged with who's working and who has a skill set that can do the work and all this, I think we need to have an ongoing relationship, internship, whatever, for SSAs for the businesses that can work for the businesses in some kind of way. So that is something we're going to talk about, but I'll keep you guys posted. And because I'm thinking, even if you got some labor to do marketing, that would be great. And I think
Will that be free
those-
service, or do we have to pay for that service?
if that would be free,
Oh, okay.
that would be free, because you know who does that is Chicago, as University of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
They have a grant, and through their business school, through Booth, they go out into the business communities and help small businesses, Black businesses, brown businesses, whatever, veteran owned. They give them free marketing. The Booth students do the marketing and get paid from the grant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so that's why I want to definitely bring that to everybody here. So we can start using that too. So I think we've pretty much covered everything. We're really trying to get, again, I'll just circle back to, you know, we really need to, now that we're out of the pandemic, we're really trying to get a handle on what's going on with the vacancies and who's who's not, who do we think are in the buildings versus who owns the buildings within SSA. So we're gonna put together a vacancy list, and so when we do our local buy, we'll know exactly who's doing what. And then after we do all that, we'll put together a business directory. So that when we do the local buy, we'll have an actual business directory and really be pushing that. And then when the gift card comes out, it really want to tie it all up. So we got some time, but we don't want to waste any time. So that's pretty much all I have, unless anybody had any questions.
Hey, Jennifer, I got something. I should have said this to you earlier, but it just popped in my head. I know we introduced Rachel.
Yes.
Let Rachel have the floor. No offense to the meeting, and that way the commissioners not necessarily get a feel of her. At least they can put a voice with a face. Because Vita, we came down to I came down to introduce you to Rachel. We met Dad, but we didn't meet you. You wasn't there yet. I think you was out somewhere else. He told you being a little later. That's put it you that way. And actually, when we got done, and I dropped her off and came by there, you were at the shop. So let's have Rachel have the floor for a little bit and kind of introduce herself.
Sure, that's a great idea.
Thanks, Cliff. Hi, everyone.
You're
I'm
welcome.
Rachel Hawkins. I appreciate that, Cliff. I just definitely enjoyed the meeting. I'm still shadowing and, of course, learning everything I can from Jennifer and Cliff and the entire team here at the CBA. So I'm just really looking forward to meeting everyone individually. Like Cliff said, we did stop by a few places when we went out. It's been almost a month now, but I do anticipate making more rounds and meeting and greeting, and I'm looking forward to the mix and mingle that we have coming up next month. It looks like it's going to be a really great event. And I'm just looking forward to everything that's going on in Area 51. We had a training this morning with the other SSAs across the city, and it was really informative. It's a huge program, so there's a lot going on in Chicago. And I just want to make sure that I do my due diligence to make sure that everyone in Area 51 feels informed and involved and included in all the opportunities that come our way. So we will be setting up some open office hours once I get more acclimated, so that people can just kind of come in and speak to me directly, in person. But just, keep in mind, that's going to be probably in a couple of months, probably after the mix and mingle. But if you want to shoot me an email, I'll put my email address in the chat for you. It's just my name at cbaworks.com, but I'll type that here. And then, yeah, I'm available to you guys whenever you want to just reach out. And I live very close by. So if you want to, tell me more ideas about what to do in Area 51, please bring them my way. And I just look forward to continuing to work diligently to get to know everything about the Special Service Area 51. So thank you.
Yes, she
Well,
is.
Well, we welcome you, Rachel, to our SSA meeting, and glad that you have joined us.
Thank you, Clarence. I appreciate that.
Okay. So does anybody else have anything they want to add? Any questions? Anything they want to share? Now's the opportunity.
Pleased
If
to meet
not,
you.
oh, go ahead, Vita.
I just said, pleased to meet you, Rachel. I'm sorry.
Nice to meet you as well, Vita.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard me. Nice to meet you as well, Vita.
I heard you.
Okay.
Okay, so does everybody good with our meeting? I think we had a good meeting. I think we've got a lot kind of out there. You kind of see the direction that we're going. Now of course, we're moving into the budgetary process. So, never dull moment. Okay. So we can adjourn the meeting. I think we just adjourned the meeting and just call the time that we adjourned it. I'm not mistaken. And then what I'll do is, I will, get the signature from Vita for the minutes that were accepted. And then Charles and Rachel will likely upload that to SharePoint, and then that's when it all starts. The whole budget process starts. I think the first item is due in May, and then the budget should be uploaded by June. Okay, but I think we're good though. Everything is good so far. If not, you'll know in the next meeting. Okay, everyone. Well, everybody stay warm, dry, and safe. And you know how to reach me if you need to, right?
Right.
And thank you, Vita and Clarence, for being the monthly member highlights. You guys, you know, you both. So now next up is Sizzling Skillet. He's the next up for the monthly member. Yeah, for the business of the month. He's the next one. So he's in April.
All right.
So I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy to support, the businesses. Okay, so Charles, I guess we can end the recording and we can conclude our meeting. This is officially